Good morning, folks. Sunshine Suzie here with you on behalf of Regional Development Australia, Mid-North Coast, and part of the Business Connect. Really happy to be here. Thank you so much. As I say, Sunshine Suzie is my name, otherwise known as Sue Smoothy. Smoothie is a pretty cool name too, but Sunshine Suzie was given to me years ago, so I decided to use that as a business name. I'm located in the beautiful little town of Barraville on the Mid-North Coast, and Mid-North Coast of New South Wales, that is, and happy to be here. So I started Sunshine Suzie and Co approximately 10 years ago, and it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride as I've tried to develop something manageable, I guess, whilst working in the community services sector. Hasn't been very successful, but I've had a few bits and pieces along the way. So one of the issues I've had, I guess, is that I wasn't really sure just what the business should look like, as I love a variety of things. I have a passion for people, for public speaking, which I'm working more on with the Nambucca Valley Toastmasters, and they're a great mob, and entertaining. I love singing, writing songs, writing verse, performing poetry, and I love taking photos, and I'm happy training, facilitating. So as you can see, trying to tune into just one specific area to run my business has been a bit of a challenge. So I've decided that I don't need to. I can offer all of those things in small doses. I also provide NDIS contract work, so some service there. So I guess really my business is relatively new in this current space of how it's looking, how I've accepted I need to have a variety of different things to keep me busy and interested, I guess. So they were the first two questions. What's my name, my business name, and how long's the business been running? Our third, because it is 10 at 10, so we have 10 questions. The third number, the third question here is a preference for marketing, your business, etc. Oh, good morning, Russell. Hey, how you doing? Yes. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you. Yeah, so my preference, I guess, for marketing is Facebook, just because I do find it easy to use. As you can see, it's lots of us who use it. A great variety of people who use it, and it would be handy space to promote. I know house parties are often, or house concerts are often promoted through Facebook. And also I'll be advertising a bit more my personalised products. So part of what I'm going to be offering is personalised verse and song, and maybe even like the old singing telegram. I don't know yet. It's still sort of being fine-tuned and open to suggestions, I guess. So I think this is a great place for that. Of course, networking is one of the best places or ways to market any business. You can connect with people directly. They can have conversations with you. You can work out how you can each support the other, work out who has what in line for you that will benefit you, as well as what you may be able to offer. And again, it's just those networks. So like we've had here with Business Connect, I've been enjoying listening to a number of the other business people with their little 10 at 10 and have gained some great stuff out of that. So thank you, Russell, and everybody who's contributed to that. Word of mouth, of course, is a very, very positive way of marketing things. So as I say, networking, I find face-to-face networking very good. LinkedIn is also a great little platform to utilise, although I need a bit more practice to make it very beneficial to me, I guess. But I think with a little bit more practice, I'll be able to navigate that, and I believe that will be helpful with regards to trying to attract some corporate gigs and maybe peer parties, clubs, pubs, and that as well. Number 4, what has been my biggest business disaster? Well, and how did I turn it around? Well, I'll tell you up front, it didn't get turned around. It was a bit of a sad state of affairs. Went into a joint venture with my parents, my husband at the time, and we bought a tiny little store in a village in the upper Hunter Valley. We stocked all the things that most general stores have: cigarettes, grocery items, milk, bread, etc. But we also had gas, petrol, and mail service. So we were the local licensed post office, and we had a mail run. We plan to develop that 3.5 acre property into a truck stop for transport vehicles heading out to the west, out to Dubbo, Mudgee and further west. We thought we were perfectly situated. We were on this wonderful S-bend in the road, which meant the trucks had to slow down anyway, so we figured we'd capture them on the way through. We were going to have a separate family space with a petting zoo, etc. And at the front, we were going to include a little museum type of thing with all the history of the local area. Unfortunately, within 3 years of purchasing that property, the road was straightened and became part of the Golden Highway. And the truck started powering on past us. My husband broke his neck, thankfully not the spinal cord, but that put him sort of out of action quite a bit. And my father left my mother. So this left us short of manpower and money. So there was really no turning around. We closed the shop and sold the property. But I must admit, we learned things out of that, as you do out of everything that fails. So we learned that we should have done a bit more research. So obviously the Golden Highway was in planning before we purchased, and to have contingency plans, although some things you just cannot plan for. Number 5 on the list is what are my most important business tools. Naturally, the phone. The phone is our lifeline to everything. The laptop, my voice, because I sing and I talk, and my smile, which I think helps people to relax. Number 6, my most prized business system. I still have trouble trying to find something that really works. At this point in time, what's working best for me are phone alarms. I set phone alarms like you wouldn't believe, so I can write things in a calendar or a diary or whatever, but then if I don't look at those, that doesn't help. I always have my phone with me, so little phone alarms to remind me what I need to be doing, where I need to be going. Paper calendar and diary and paper lists. I do like to write down little lists, and I make little tasks for each day, and quite often some of those tasks go on to the next day, but that's okay. And of course the laptop, because the laptop is connection to everything and everybody. Number 7, what is my preference, running a small or a large organisation? I have never run a large one and very unlikely to. Don't like that type of responsibility. Maintaining work-life balance, find it very difficult thing to do, but I do enjoy singing and dancing. Quiet time in nature. I feel nature is very important, that we take some time out there, even if it's just an hour, your lunch break, go for a little stroll, smell a flower, whatever. And spending time with my grandchildren always helps me to remember that it's nice to act a little childlike now and then and just reboot. What is the most important thing to do when managing a team? Open communication, always listening and paying attention. What is the most important piece of advice I've ever received? Wayne Lone and Buckinghamshire Council said focus on one thing at a time. As I've mentioned, I have trouble focusing on the one thing, so I think it is great advice. So what I do is focus on one thing at a time, but make sure I've got time for all the other things I want to focus on. So hopefully, Sunshine Suzie and Co. Thank you, Kylie. Sunshine Suzie and Co. Can find me on Facebook. No webpage at this stage because I'm just getting back into it. Looking to do the whole thing on a full-time basis as opposed to a side thing with my job. So hope you all have a great day. Thanks for listening in.